Hi guys, and welcome to the complete guide on ASP.NET Core 3.1 using MVC. My name is Brugain and I would be your instructor for this course. Before we proceed further, I would like to point out few prerequisites for this course. You should be familiar with coding in C# and SQL. I would say about 3 to 6 months of experience should be sufficient. In this course, we will be focusing on some introduction to Razor pages by building a basic CRUD operation project. Once we understand the fundamentals of an ASP.NET Core project, we will jump to an MVC project, which will be the main focus of this course. We would initially start with the basics on what is new in ASP.NET Core 3.1 and what was the reason behind its evolution. After that, we would understand the new folder structure and files that have been introduced with the concepts like tag helpers, routing, action results, etc. Once we familiarize ourselves with the basics, it would be time to get into action and build our project which would perform CRUD operations using what we learned. This project will be built using Razor pages. Now the reason I'm introducing Razor pages in an MVC course is because I want to introduce you to the technology, as well as in MVC application we will be using a Razor class library. So it is always good to know the basics. Once we complete that, we will jump to the main project, which will be Bulky Book. In that project we will use MVC and it will be a lengthy project with many advanced features. Let's take a look at the overview of the topics that we will cover. First, we will start with introduction to Razor pages in our first project. Then for the main project, we'll understand MVC architecture in .NET Core 3.1. We will be learning Entity Framework Core and we'll be using Identity Security Model with Entity Framework. Then we will understand the NTR architecture and will implement Dapper to call stored procedures in Entity Framework Core. Our main focus will be to use repository pattern to access the database, but I will also show you how you can call stored procedures if you have to. Then we will take a look at payments using Stripe and Braintree. In this, we'll be implementing both of the technology, but we'll use Stripe in the project, and as an add-on, I will give you Braintree implementation as well. After that, we will add two-factor authentication, emails, as well as SMS notifications. Then we will take a look at many features like role management, session, temp data, custom tag helpers, view components, and much more. Once we complete the main application, we will deploy it to Azure and you will see everything coming live. One main thing that I want to tell you is you cannot learn by just looking. I have best practices, errors, debugging, and assignments with this course as well. Almost every section will have some tips from me as well as best practices on what you should do and what you should avoid. So as you can see, there's a lot going on in this course. All of the code will be on the GitHub, so you can always compare and see if something doesn't go right. As always, I will be there to answer any questions you have related to the project. In the next video, let's take a look at the live preview of what we would be building in this course.